Capital letters and punctuation. Capital letters are also known as uppercase letter and small letters are known as lowercase letter. The use of capital letter. We use capital letter for the first word with every sentence, with first word of every sentence. Like science can be taught effectively through film. So the first starting word is science and the first letter will be in capital, that is S. Second is for the first word of each sentence of a poem, even in the poem. The first word in each sentence. It is also used for proper noun. Used for proper noun, for like for name of person. For example, Kunal. So K, capital. Name of river, lake, sea, ocean or mountain like Arabian Sea, A, capital. Patkal Lake, Ravi, Ural Mountain, so U will be capital. For the name of countries, villages, cities, for example, Kolkata, so this will be capital. For nationalities and languages, Hindi, American, like this, H again capital. For the name of school, colleges, name of the business house, political parties, brand name like Samsung, political parties if I write R, J, D. So R again capital. Name of the ship or name of the train like Titanic. Name of the buildings, parks, museum as well as road. For example, if you say Ring Road. So ring R capital. Name of the days of week like Sunday, month like July and of year. It will be capital. For name of the special day or for the special event, special day like Mother's Day. So here also you will use the M capital, and for special event like First World War, so in that case also you will use capital letter. For the name of the religion or for the religious book like Muslim, M capital, and if you write Bible, the B will be capital. Name of the books, magazine or paper like the India, if I write example that is India Today. So this will be again capital. There are many more uses like for proper adjective if I like Australia. So A capital, if you write Indians then also it will be Australians, A capital. First letter of first word of a direct speech. I said, this is how you write direct speech. I said, and then you write the dialogue. If you're writing the dialogue, always remember the first letter will be capital. For vitamin, vitamins like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, K, P. For pronoun 1, word standing for God or interjection O. The alphabet will be capital. For the short form of rupee or era like BC, rupees 10 are capital. It is also used for the titles of the stories, for the paragraph, for essay except article, prepositions and conjunctions. The first letter will be capital. And for the abbreviations also like M, P, I, A, S, M, B, B, S. So in this case also it will be capital. Now talking about punctuations. Talking about punctuation. A sentence or a paragraph without suitable punctuation marks does not give clarity to the meaning to a piece of writing. Therefore, the function of marks of punctuation in a sentence or in a paragraph is very important. Without the use of proper punctuation marks, the writer fails to convey the proper meaning of the text. Now, the example which I am going to give to know how the use of punctuation mark alters the meaning of the two sentences. Like if I write first sentence that is how old are you? Okay. It is a simple interrogative sentence where the age of a person is asked. Second, how old are you? Ended with the exclamation mark or how old you are. Again ending it with the exclamation mark. The above sentences, the above sentence give the expression that the speaker marvels at the old age and want to say that you are very old. So this is how the meaning changes. The marks of punctuation are full stop, comma, exclamation mark, quotation mark, semicolon, colon, question mark, hyphen, dash and apostrophe. Now, why these punctuation marks are important and where to use it, how it differ. First, I'll speak about full stop. First, I'll speak about full stop. The full stop is used to mark the end of a statement or an imperative sentence. It indicates the greatest pause and separation of one sentence from the other. We use full stop at the end. We use full stop at the end of all the assertive and imperative sentence. We use it in abbreviation or for the initials like NCC, for example, N.C.C. To indicate a decimal fraction, this is how the full stop is used. Second is the comma. The comma represents the shortest pause or break between part of a sentence. It is used to separate a series of words, to set off a common noun, or a proper noun of address. Will you help me? Sir, will you help me? Comma. That is the shortest pause you are taking. Sir. Will you help me? Sir. Then when a very brief pause is needed, then also you need to use a comma for making a brief pause. For example, if I say, to meet his friend in jail, he took the assistance of the jailer. To meet his friend in jail, after this I took a pause, a very brief pause, to show, this is where it shows that there was a comma in a sentence. Do not hire a taxi, walk on foot. So I'm using a comma with a brief pause and to show the differentiation between the two sentences because both of it convey the different meaning. It is also used to indicate the affirmative or the negative impression or the negative expression. This is what is the use of comma. Like it is also used, comma is also used to express the expressions O or well. O is a variant of O. O is used to introduce an invocation, entreaty, or the like in religious and literary content. For if you say, oh God, oh my Lord, this is how you use it. It is never followed immediately by a punctuation mark and it is always capitalized. O, O is used to express a reflective pause or a degree of emotion. Like if you say, oh, I see. In that case, you say OHO, not O, alphabet O. It is capitalized only when it is the first word in a sentence and is followed by a comma. Okay, so if it is followed by a comma, then it is also used to separate the expression like to, however, or in fact. Like if you use to, you use the word however, or if you use the word In fact, in that case also a comma is used. My sister too has many credentials for to credit. To separate a reporting verb from the reported speech, in reported speech also the comma is used. To separate a statement from the question tag, and to separate the clause in series. Now, third I'll take the semicolon. The semicolon indicates a pause greater than that indicated by a comma. It is used to again separate independent short clause, and to separate a series of loosely connected clauses to independent or loosely connected clauses. Giving you the example of the two, if I say the use of semicolon to separate the independent short clause, for example, Madhavan is a good teacher, Sanju is a good student. So in between the two sentences I've used a semicolon. Why? To give you a pause greater than to indicate by a comma. Now, yesterday we met the leader of the union. Today we shall ask the workers' demand. So loosely connected, for this I would like to write example for you all. Yesterday, comma, we met the leader of union, semicolon, to give a brief pause between the two sentences. Here you stop to show that how it is, how it is connected to each other. Then continuing the sentence, today, comma, we shall ask the workers' demands. Now reading the sentence, yesterday we met the leader of union. Today we shall ask the workers' demand. This is how you read the sentence. Speaking about the colon, it indicates numbers or group of numbers as in ratio. For example, 4 is to 6, 8 is to 12. This is also one of the uses of semicolon. To give a biblical references for 4 is to 1, 2. To indicate the expression of time for 15. This is also one of the uses of the colon. It introduces a list. For example, the goal of the life should be, and then the semicolon. What are the goals of the life? Noble, charitable, high. Introduce example. For introducing examples also, semicolons is used. Now, fifth is question mark. In this, the question mark or the mark of interrogation is used in place of the full stop after an interrogative sentence. As question mark indicates, it is used to ask questions. Many assertive sentences where the statement of the speaker asks a question. We are ready. You are ready? You are ready here is ended with a question mark because you're asking the second person. Then sixth is the exclamation mark. The mark of exclamation is used after interjection, after exclamatory phrase, exclamatory sentence, and operative sentence. Like if you say, alas, we have lost grandmother. What a beauty! Then again, you are exclamating it. May God shower blessing upon you. Again, you'll end it with exclamation mark. Then 7, that is the quotation mark. The quotation marks. The quotation mark, also known as the inverted comma, which is used to enclose the exact word of the speaker or the quotation. Like Atul said, comma, now starting it with the quotation mark, my choicest career is to join Indian Army. Again, ending it with the apostrophe. Sorry, ending it with the quotation mark. So quotation mark is used, that is inverted comma, to enclose the direct word of the speaker. The sign of the quotation mark is always put after the full stop, the question mark and the exclamation mark, not before it. Point to remember here that it is when you are ending it, you are not supposed to end it before a full stop. Then 8th point, that is the apostrophe. Okay, the apostrophe mark is used in punctuation too, like to indicate the omission of a letter or from a word or a word. For example, if you write they will, so now this is the other way you write, that is they with the apostrophe and then L, which convey the same meaning. If you read this, this is they will. If you read this, it again pronounce the same thing. It is also used to indicate the omission of a number or the numbers as a data. For example, 9th of January 2011. So in place of 2000, again I have used a apostrophe. It is used to indicate the possessive case of a singular noun, like girl's pen. If you write girl's pen, girls here is the plural noun. Girl's pen, if you want to show the possession that the pen belonged to the girl, so in that case also you will use apostrophe girls and then a word pen. It is also used to indicate the possession of a plural noun and does not end in S. We add an apostrophe and then an small s, like oxen's yoke. Policemen is already plural, apostrophe s, policemen's duty. It is also used to indicate the time, space, weight and value, like a day's worker, a day apostrophe s and then work. It is also used from the plural of letter figure, peas, Q's, threes, eights. This is how the apostrophe is used. Next, that is the dash. The dash as a mark of punctuation has the following uses. First is to indicate a break in thought. For example, he started singing dash the novice. Followed. Second, to mark a summing up. Like for as I've said, it is also used to sum up things. For example, hard work and sincerity. Dash again. Now you're summing it up. That is what I desire from employee. It is also used to do work of a colon. Like as I've said, the use of in place of colon also it is used, like colon is used for example and to give different varieties. The ideas in that case also you use colon. So in place of colon you can use dash as well. It is also used to mark an omission. That's what you usually do when you do your grammar work. To set off a parenthetical clause. Her face, dash, or so it seemed to me. So this is how you use dash again. Now the last one, that is the hyphen. We use this mark to make a compound noun. It is used to make a compound noun. For example, gatekeeper, gatekeeper. So you use a hyphen and then you write the word keeper. Father-in-law, father hyphen in hyphen law. This is how you write. Okay, it is also used to indicate the span of year in place too. For example, the First World War lasted for 40 years from 1914 to 1918. So again, hyphen is used. It is also used to connect a word that is split over two consecutive lines.